Hello, and welcome to part 2 of my console battle. I'm going to be looking at the hardware, the controllers, the consoles themselves, and go over just the basic design choices for the consoles themselves.
Okay, first up, the Xbox 360. Comes in black and white. I'd pull out the Pro, but too lazy. Just the removable hard drive. Nice design choice. Just remove a faceplate just by pulling it off and buy another one. So, quite nifty, easy to customize. It's a nice little curvy kind of design. Nice fan in the back. Power supply. Just like you have Ethernet, HDMI, and all that stuff on the back. Chrome disk trays and power button, USB slots there. And pretty nice design. Not too heavy, not too light. It's good. And you'll be playing them with this standard kind of controller. It's really good. D-pad's kind of iffy though. Guide button to turn on the console. Battery pack. Triggers. Good controller. Now, go to the PlayStation 3. It's really heavy, really big, really shiny. Not sure if you can see that. On the back, we have Ethernet ports, we have built-in Wi-Fi. Power supply is built inside the system. We have HDMI ports and everything like that. And on the 60 and 80 gigs, we have 4 USB ports down here. Card readers. And just touch buttons. So, it's a nice looking system. And controller for that. Just your basic PlayStation controller. This is a DualShock 3, so it rumbles and everything. You charge the controller up here with a mini USB. Trigger buttons. 6-axis, so you can kind of tilt the controller and everything. It works really well. It feels nice. And now we have the Wii. On the top of the Wii, we have memory card and GameCube ports, so you can use all the GameCube games and such. Power, reset, eject, disk drive. On the back we just have the ports for the power cable, AV slots and such. 2 vents. It looks nice. It pretty much can go anywhere that you want, though I think it would look better as like a darker color, but that's just me. And I think we're all familiar with the Wiimote, motion sensing, looks nice. Trigger button on the back, and the nunchuck which attach it to, which is just an analog stick and 2 buttons. Comfortable, but I don't think it's like the best. Sorry, my camera just stopped taking video because it only takes 3 minutes. Like I was saying, I don't think the Wiimote nunchuck design is probably the best. Doesn't feel great, but it works. And something about it just doesn't seem right. But overall, I'd say all 3 consoles are basically equal. 360 looks nice. PS3 over here looks nice. The Wii looks nice. They all kind of complement each other really well, so this is going to be a 3-way tie. And let's go over to the brackets thus far.
So that ends round 2. Like I said, I think all 3 consoles are pretty equal with their design choices and their hardware. Now, before I go to the brackets, I probably should have mentioned the technical specs, but seeing as my camera can't take long videos and doesn't have great battery life, I really couldn't go over all of this. So I will now before I show the scores. PS3 runs on a cell processor, which can pull off some really good graphics and such things like that. Sorry if I stumble across my words, by the way. I'm doing this all in one take. So yeah, some good graphics can be pulled off, and the console itself runs really, really fast. So, not really much else to say about that. Now, I believe the 360 is a 3-core GPU. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what it was. So, yeah. and as you know, that pulls off some really good graphics, and we'll see more of that tomorrow when I do the software. And the Wii's just basically an upgraded GameCube. GameCube's not a bad system by any means, and it helps cut down development time and everything, and development cost, thus reducing cost of video games. So I think it was a smart move by Nintendo by not making this huge graphical powerhouse that would require a lot of developers to take a ton of time, thus making games a little bit more expensive. So if that makes any sense, then you know what I mean. So now that I said that, I know it wasn't really much, and it pretty much just wasted a minute and 40 seconds. Here are the scores. Like I said, three-way tie. 360 and PS3 are tied for first with .83 points each, and the Nintendo Wii with .33. Can the Wii catch up tomorrow or maybe the next day whenever I put up the next part when it comes to software? Because you can't have good hardware without good software. And for software, I think I'm going to double the points just because of how important software is. So see you next time.